Hello, friends, and welcome back to Malicious Compliance Stories. Of all the places to complain about staff not doing anything and you having to wait a long time, have the people who complain about fast food employees ever, looked inside one? Fast food employees are always doing something. It looks to be one of the more stressful jobs available, and I never can understand why people don't realize it. But before we begin, best way to support our channel is to leave comments, like, and subscribe with the turned-on bell so you don't miss the new video every single day. No, you tell me right now exactly what's taking so GD long. Your wish is my command. More drive-through mayhem ensues last night at your local Mendy's. We've had a lot of terrible/weird things happen lately, and as our sister store we call Mendy's Ray Road is perpetually closed, we get our usual rush of customers, combined with all the mobile and Uber Eats and DoorDash and food slaps and you name it spilling over to our location. It's hectic, we're running out of things, it's literal mayhem. I take order number 521 as I begin to assemble their drinks, as is the process. I notice that the 4 drinks they ordered suddenly can't be made due to the flavor being out. I need to change out the syrup to the freestyle machine. Just as I realize the machine's running out, I hear the blop that alerts me to the entry of a new customer in the drive-thru. I'm about to greet them, which I always manage to do within 2 seconds of approaching the speaker box, but these people were yelling right as they pulled up, saying, "Yeah, hello, I want to..." Whoa, hold on there, Turbo. I lay a little louder into my already interrupting greeting, saying, "Hi, welcome to Mendy's, please hold for a minute while I..." "Oh my God, you talked to the last guy." Well, all right, I guess. The customer chimes in, more attitude was in this than I could accurately depict. I usually say that I'll be with them in a second, but what was about to say this time was they need to hold on for a couple of minutes due to my situation. They interrupted, so I just took care of the things I needed to. I managed to get the keys from my manager to open the closet to get the AA drink mix and pour the 4 drinks and then set the next order. While I was running all over the place, I heard increasingly angrier grumbles along the way, so I did my due diligence and said just another minute or two every so often. I thought this helped. Evidently it didn't. As soon as I'm back to my ordering machine and re-greet the customers with a "Thanks for waiting, how can I help you?" I hear the following ear-piercing rant. "What in the world took so funking long?" I reply as kindly as possible, despite having a knife pulled on me this week. "Ma'am, I'm sorry about that. Can I take your order now?" She went full vocal again, saying, No. You tell me right now exactly what's taking so GD long." Enter Malicious Compliance. What could have been an easy 30 seconds of ordering and then beginning to make her family's food turned into a debacle now, thanks to MC. I'll tell you exactly what's taking so long. Okay, well, I didn't start off in drive-thru. Actually, I was on the grill first. I really like the grill. I miss the freedom more than anything. You know what I mean? This was a rhetorical question, but I know that the machine that connects them to my headset was still on and unable to not be because the line was so backed up they couldn't pull forward if they wanted to. So they're hearing my story. I continued. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, well, the customer 3 cars before you ordered a Sprite. Well, actually a Sierra Mist, but settled for Sprite because Coke products, you know. That Sprite was the last Sprite, and I knew it, so I tried to get a hold of my manager, Bruce, to no avail. He picked up the phone, he was explaining to a customer that we didn't have lettuce. The customer said something about salad lettuce instead, and I think Bruce said okay to that, I'm not sure. But anyway, during this whole conversation my manager was having on the phone, I tried to mime or sign language the use of keys so that he'd figure out I needed the keys to the closet so I could get the Sprite mix traded out for a new one. It took him forever. He doesn't really do good with having multiple conversations, so he made me wait. I tried to give you a warning at that point, but you seemed to get more mad. I promise I really was busy, because between all this, I decided to help collect the money for the order at the window because the normal collector person was in the restroom. We all like to help out around here, especially after the long week I've had. You know, someone pulled a knife on me. During this whole thing, I could hear an occasional beginning of a sentence or two, but look who all of a sudden didn't yell or scream anymore. Her frustration was at a boil, though. I just didn't realize it yet. Somebody did boil over besides her. The car behind this group. They were honking the whole while. It was like a symphony of people telling their life stories overlapping one another. Samantha, my coworker, even chimed in and backed up how busy and crazy it was this week. I then finished with I guess that leads us up to right this moment. Would you like to order? They replied with an exasperated, well, I didn't mean your whole life funking story. Ask and ye shall receive. As petty and snide or smart-assy as this may seem, it was just what I needed to get stuff off my chest and let me prepare for the next group of customers who lie in wait to abuse me another day. It's nice to relieve stress when you can, and she was insisting on knowing what happened. And our second story. Ice cream shop server tells me that I can't buy a gallon of ice cream. I was going to a family event and stopped at a local farm fresh ice cream shop on my way there. My boyfriend gets out to get a gallon of ice cream. He comes back all exasperated, telling me that the girl at the counter won't sell him a gallon of ice cream. I get out of the car and go up to the window and ask for a gallon of ice cream. Ice cream shop server: we can't sell you a gallon of that flavor. Me: are you out of that flavor? Ice cream shop server: no, we just don't sell it in a gallon. Me: it doesn't matter what size the container's in, I just want to purchase a gallon of it. Ice cream shop server: we can't sell you a gallon. Me: okay, I'll have 2 half gallons. Ice cream shop server: we can't sell you a half gallon. Me, getting frustrated: what size container do you sell this flavor in? Ice cream shop server: we have it in a quart, pint, cup, or cone. Me: great, I'd like 4 quarts, please. Ice cream shop server hand packs 4 quarts, puts them on the counter with snark and ignorance. You can't just buy a gallon of any flavor, and we only have half gallons of vanilla and chocolate. Me, blank stare: 4 quarts is a gallon. Ice cream shop server, confused look: really? Me: yeah, 2 pints are a quart, 4 quarts are a gallon. Ice cream shop server takes my money, then goes to talk to another server. I don't even want to know that conversation. Edit: my bad for not explaining U.S. liquid measures. A cup is 8 fluid ounces, a pint is 16 fluid ounces, a quart is 32 fluid ounces, a half gallon is 64 fluid ounces, a gallon is 128 fluid ounces. Also, this was a large dairy farm, but the sign isn't like a menu. First, there's a list of standard flavors, then handwritten are the seasonal and special flavors, followed by a list of prices. I think that the half-gallon price says when available and brick-packed, all other sizes are hand-packed. There's not a limit on how much a person can buy, and I've seen people order insanely large amounts. I wasn't busy when I ordered, and I told her to take her time, emphasizing that I was not in a hurry as I realized that hand-packing takes a while. At this particular place, they prided themselves on really packing a lot into a container, so it was totally worth buying 4 quarts. I would have ordered it that way if I'd known it'd be an issue for her. I wasn't looking for special treatment, just a gallon of awesome ice cream for a gathering of people pre-COVID. And our last story. Won a fence dispute. January. Submitted plans to HOA design committee for a swimming pool. Given the okay and told the project looks beautiful, lead developer actually contacts pool builder for a pool of his own. March. Landscaper comes to me asking if my neighbors can have some limestone steps built alongside their house, but would come onto my property by about 4 feet. Knowing that I'm building a pool and landscaping with it as well as a fence, I say no. He comes back a bit later saying they would like to buy a sliver of my land so they can have their steps. I say no again, though I consider giving them a purposely ridiculous price. They ask him to ask me to sell the land a few more times until I finally tell him they need to approach me directly instead of sending a poor landscape salesman to negotiate. Quick backstory on the neighbors. He's on our state's Board of Regents and is the president of the company my father worked for 35 years. My dad was a sales rep and used to be on commission. One year, the sales team knocked it out of the park, many of them taking home 6 figures. The next year, they were all put on salary. On one occasion, my dad asked for a raise and my neighbor denied him, saying, "We've looked at your situation and decided you make enough for a family of your size in this area." Meanwhile, my neighbor lives in a gigantic mansion. Fast forward to now. I live in one of the nicest neighborhoods in my town. Have worked super hard to get where I am. Wasn't born with a silver spoon. When the neighbors moved in, they have reminded me several times that they're downsizing. Whatever. They love their smaller lot because it's easier to maintain. They know who my dad is, but I'm not sure if they know we aren't exactly too fond of them for trying to keep their workforce from becoming as successful as they could. Basically, I'm not giving these people anything. August. Pool gets completed and I have the fence built. That very evening, I can see the neighbors in their sunroom looking at my yard, and their body language is not positive. A couple days later, one of the contractors working on the pool tells me he thinks the neighbors aren't happy with my fence. Someone pulled up in a truck and started taking pictures of it, etc. Of course they aren't. Their downsized house is so close to the edge of their lot, my fence doesn't give them a lot of room. The HOA requires 3 feet of clearance off the property line. The fence is so close to their house, I actually become concerned that it's on their property line. I order a survey and it comes back saying I'm clear by 5.5 feet in the front and 10 feet in the back. Phew. Same night, I get the survey results. The head of the HOA calls me and tells me the fence is on the property line and I have to move it. I say, actually, I was concerned it was less than 3 feet away, so I had a surveyor verify its position, and it's actually 5 and 10 feet away. He seems surprised, but also fairly skeptical. So I have the surveyor forward the results, and he emails me asking me to have them put stakes in the ground over the property pins so he can see for himself. As I was taking out the trash this morning, I was greeted by the surveyors. They asked me if I was having neighbor problems, and I quickly explained they thought the fence was on their property and was just as quickly reassured that I was good to go. Anyway, the neighborhood block party and HOA meeting are being hosted at the neighbor's house later this month, and I'm not sure whether I should show up and act like a smug a-hole or just throw a pool party in my own yard at the same time. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.